In this video, we're going to talk about what you can get in Mobile, Alabama for under $200,000. And you might be surprised, you can get a lot of house for under $200K, and we're going to focus on 4 different areas. So right now I'm standing in the heart of West Mobile, where there's a lot going on. You've got a Publix in this area, new construction around me, but then we're going to go to an area called Theodore, which is really like South Mobile County, and then we're going to go to the heart of the city of Mobile, which is really close to areas that have shopping, big time diner, big churches, a lot of things going on. And then, well, we're gonna go to an area that's very popular called Midtown. And that's where we're gonna talk about an area that's very walkable. So we're gonna talk about 4 different areas that you can live in Mobile, Alabama for under $200,000. So behind me, well, you can tell there's a lot of construction going on, and that's one of the things I love about Mobile is there's always something growing, and that's what makes it so great. Hey, folks are always reaching out to me. My name's Jeff Jones with Keller Williams. I'm a relocation specialist who has helped so many people relocate from different cities, from different states, all around the country and all around the world. So if you have questions and you're just not quite sure what to do, call the number on the screen, reach out to me with a text or an email. Any way you want to connect, I'll be happy to help. But also, well, you can click the link below and you can get a free city guide that's going to talk about all things about the city, talking about job opportunities. We're talking about the medical field, so many things that are going to answer questions that you might have. So go ahead and reach out. I'll be happy to help. Now, let's go ahead and dive in. So I used to actually live right around the corner from this shopping center, and everyone out in West Mobile was anticipating this for so long, and it finally opened. And not only did we get a Publix, but we have a Mexican restaurant here, they're putting in a bank, and they're putting in some other places. And the great part about this area, this is at the corner of Cottage Hill and McFarland, this whole area is exploding. You've got some new construction coming in. It's gonna be a little more expensive, closer to 300, 350-ish. But you've got older, more established neighborhoods where you really can get a house for under $200,000. So within walking distance of this Publix, you've got Causey Middle School, and it's one of the largest middle schools in the entire state of Alabama. So a lot of kids, so you should see bus time. I mean, man, when the buses come in, it is just crazy. It's like one after another, after another, after another. But I'm gonna drive through here and give you a glimpse of what Causey Middle School is like. And you will see that it is very close. And this area, well, it can be pretty congested around school time, but other than that, it's not that bad. So not only in this area do we have the shopping center with the Publix and the Mexican restaurant, and then of course we've got the school right next door, Causey, but right around the corner from Causey Middle School, you've got this incredible new church they're building. This is called South Coast Church. And what they're doing is they're building this church because they have to serve a need. And that need is that there's so many people moving out here. So you've got shopping, you've got schools, you've got churches. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we're gonna see something revolving around entertainment coming right here to this area, and that will be exciting. So if you notice, a lot of these houses, well, they're older, maybe built in the 70s, and then there's some newer ones, but this area, there are houses that you can easily get for under $200,000. Now, what I will tell you is some folks are buying houses, maybe they're in poor condition, they're getting them at a great deal, and then they're turning around and flipping them. There's a house in this neighborhood. Last year, it sold for $161 a square foot. And the reason why is because this is a highly desired area. You've got the Causey Middle School, Baker High School, and then of course for elementary, you've got Hutchins Elementary and then Dawes Intermediate. So lots of folks wanting to move to this area. If you want under $200,000, well, this is a great place to look. There's a very high likelihood you can find it. So about 1.5 miles from the houses we just showed in the Cottage Park area, you'll see you've got Hutchins Elementary, then right here you've got Dawes Intermediate, and then all in this area you've still got so much vacant land. Now something tells me that some developers are going to snatch that up and they're going to put in neighborhoods because the demand is so high for this particular area. So a very popular builder in the Mobile area is D.R. Horton. And so right here on Jeff Hamilton, you can see they're doing a lot of construction, and this has got to be a massive neighborhood they're building. And the price range, well, I don't know what the price range is going to be yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be closer, you know, to the 325, 350-ish range. That's my guess. But this area, well, it's exploding, and this is just one of the neighborhoods that are being developed. So as we're on our way from the West Mobile location to Theodore, which is more South Mobile County, we pass right by this massive distribution center. Not only do you have Amazon, which has been in the headlines so much in Mobile, you've also got Haverty's, you've got FedEx. So all of this is right here, and it's really close to I-10. And the reason why, obviously, it's close to I-10, of course, trucks can get on the interstate super fast, and then those trucks can also go down to the port, unload. I mean, it's this whole massive operation, and it's right here. It's really close to I-10, and it's really close to Theodore, which is where we're headed next. So got a little distracted on the way to Theodore, but I had to stop. This is the South Alabama Logistics Park that is being developed. And I mean, I'm talking the warehouse space here is massive. It's all over the news. It's really a lot of exciting things going on. And again, the reason why this is happening is because it's really close to I-10. And then I-10, hop on that, take you all the way down to the Alabama port. So a lot of businesses are coming here, for the reason why is because cost of living is super cheap. And if cost of living is cheap, well, then their labor costs will be less expensive. Now, does that always equate with low wages? Not necessarily. And so people always ask me about job opportunities. Well, look around. I think there are plenty of jobs in Mobile. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Are those houses really under $200,000? Well, let me say this. Yes, you can go shopping, and if you get a good deal, you can get a house in this neighborhood for just under $200,000. Most of them are going to hover just north of 200, but I have seen them lately just under 200. Now, of course, they're on the smaller side, but that still gives you an idea that you can live in this neighborhood. It's called Woodside, and some of these areas are newer. You know, of course, you've got the brick mailboxes. Of course, these are going to be a little more expensive, but you can find a house in this general area for just under 200K, be close to all the job opportunities just near the interstate, and also be super close to Theodore High School. So we're right here on Nan Gray Davis Road, which is the road that Woodside is off of. You've also got Lighthouse Baptist Church, which I believe they have a school here as well. And then right up here, you're going to be near an elementary school. This is Nan Gray Davis Elementary. And then across the street, you're going to be right next to Theodore High School. So all of this in this general area, you're going to be really close to everything. And then there are grocery stores that are not far from here. But the most important thing about this whole area is that it's close to I-10. Because, I mean, what if you live out here, you're like, I live in Theodore, is that close to downtown? Well, let me tell you, you hop on I-10, you can be in downtown in no time flat. It's just, well, I would say it's right around the corner, but it's very close. So I'm standing right here at the corner of Cottage Hill Road, and that is Demetropolis. You've got this massive church over here, Cottage Hill Baptist. Then you've got the big time diner behind me, a lot of shopping in this area. You've got a Walmart grocery store, but there are a lot of houses over here that are under 200,000, and some of them, well, a good bit under 200,000. You've got a medical facility here. You've got all kind of different restaurants. Now it's very busy, and at 5 o'clock traffic, which it's only about 1:30 in the afternoon now, but 5 o'clock, man, it will be bumper to bumper, backed up a long way. But then give it till around 6 o'clock and it'll clear out a good bit. But we're gonna take a ride and show you through the neighborhood, but this whole area is full of houses that are actually in the city of Mobile that are under 200,000. And what you get with that, you get city services, you're gonna get the garbage covered, and then every 2 weeks, they're gonna actually pick up trash. You can put it out by the curb and you should be good to go. So hey, let's hop in the car and drive around. So the last section we're going to talk about is an area called Midtown, and this exact location, well, this is called the Loop. Now, if you've lived in Mobile, well, you probably know why it's called that, but if you don't, I'll let you know. So a long time ago, Mobile used to have trolley cars, and it would come from downtown, it would go all the way out in this part of town, and then it would make the loop and turn around and go back. So that's why they call it the Loop. And so the Loop, I mean, it's got a lot of traffic, a lot of congestion in this area, but with that comes a lot of shopping, a lot of restaurants, a lot of areas that are very walkable. So I helped a lady and her family move here about a year or so ago, and they were looking for something specifically under $200,000. And there are a lot of houses in Midtown, in the Loop area, that are under $200,000. And her number one requirement was that she wanted to be able to walk. And she, actually, I interviewed her on my podcast where she talked about how she walks every single day and she can get pretty much anything she wants. It's so windy out here today, I'm gonna cover up the microphone, but that's one of the great things is it's nice and cool, it's in April, and the weather feels amazing. So people wanting to come here because of weather, well, today is a great example of why it's so great. But living in Midtown, living in the Loop, you can definitely find something for under $200,000. It just depends on what kind of house you're looking for. Now, as you can imagine, this is one of the reasons that so many people move to Mobile, because of this canopy of oak trees. I mean, and this is not just this one street. You'll see this in so many places in Midtown. It's absolutely gorgeous. So just before we wrap up, I did want to say, did you know that Checkers was actually founded right here in the city of Mobile back in 1986? Well, now you do. There are a lot of people that are famous from Mobile, a lot of places started, a lot of great things about the city of Mobile, which is just another reason why I absolutely love it. Well, folks, that pretty much wraps it up. What can you get in the city of Mobile or in our overall Mobile area for just under $200,000? Of course, we talked about West Mobile, we talked about Theodore, we talked about the city of Mobile, we talked about Midtown, several different areas that gives you a wide range of what you can expect when you have a budget of just under $200,000. But hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we're always dropping brand new videos about all things Mobile and Baldwin County and the Eastern Shore. But if you want some more info, don't forget to click the link below, because we've got a link where you can get the brand new city guide from the Chamber of Commerce that spent so much time pouring into that, and it's going to answer a lot of the questions you have. But I can't wait to hear from you. Call the number on the screen, reach out, any way you want to connect. I'll be happy to do it. And don't forget, check out my website. It's livinginmobile.com, where it will answer a lot of questions and you can connect and learn so much more about the city of Mobile, Alabama.